Hello and welcome to the Nexus 4 Flashback issue 45 we are looking at, and it is the Malon export vessel or export vessel. Let me get that straight. Right, so here is the model out. Obviously here we're going to take a little closer look at that in just a moment. Let's take a look at the magazine. So the Malon, they're sort of like hang on a second. Sorry about this. There we go. So they are sort of an they sort of live in this really nice society, but they have a lot of toxic waste and they have to get rid of it, which is obviously this vehicle that they use, this vessel. It's as you can see, it's designed for taking huge. It's like a huge cargo tanker, basically, that takes all this poisonous gas, and they have to find ways of getting rid of it, as it was. So it's they have to sort of dump the toxic waste, as you can see, radiation poisoning they get and stuff like that. Everyone has to do it apparently on their society at least once. Here we have some nice pictures of the ship. So it's got weapon towers all along here. Then we have the forward control station, the bridge. Then we have the tanks here. So we have a nice side and front view of this ship. It's an okay ship. I like the look of it. It's very unusual. Then we come on to obviously the designing. So as they went, they obviously wanted something that resembled an oil tanker or a big tanker of some kind. Here we are as well. So obviously it had originally 3 tanks, as you can see, but they wanted to maybe add more. So this is maybe even a bigger one, or some earlier designs of one with more. Then we come on to having a look at Star Trek Season 5, which is when we first saw the Malon. We've seen them quite a few times as well through Voyager, it's the latest series. But obviously Season 5 is where it becomes a lot more darker and stuff like that. So this is all about what happens in Season 5. Anyway, we're going to be looking at issue 46 in our next flashback. And we're having a look at the Ambassador class, the Enterprise C. Make sure you keep subscribe and have a look at that one with us. There we have a nice front picture. So without further ado, let's have a look at the ship. So this is the ship out of the box, as you can see, or as you get it out of the box. I've had it on display for quite a while. It's got this really brown, dingy colour to it, which is kind of what the ship had anyway. It sits really nicely, as you can see. So you got the 2 engines at the side here, and they just slip right in here. It's quite stable when it's in there as well. As you can see, it's not going to fly out, which is really, really nice. Let's just put that aside a minute. So, as you can see, I'm just going to put on more of a light. So you can see the 3 containers. You can see these as well. Now, they've started to, as you can see, bow very slightly due to the age now. But it's rather hollow underneath, as you can see. So this is the die-cast bit on top here. And obviously it's not too detailed or anything like that. It's got a nice little like see-through lens at the back and the front here for the tanks, and we get the engine paints here for the engines there, and the impulse engines and stuff like that. These little weapon pods on the side are nicely done, but it is, I think the paint app on it sort of takes away some of the detail, as you can see here. I mean, it looks really nice. It's just very hollow. Obviously underneath there, as you can see. But obviously you're not displaying it like that, you're displaying it like this. Sort of like a garbage cow sort of thing it is, with these tanks on it. It is what it is. There's not much more I can really say about it other than it is what it is. It's a Malon export vessel. But anyway, tell me what you think. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you at the next flashback.